Hello and welcome to another edition of Small World Games on YouTube. We're back with the Judge Dredd miniatures game from Warlord Games. I've recently completed all the models from the original box set plus the other little purchases I showed you in that video, and now we're ready to expand the Justice Department. I've picked up Judge Anderson, side judge, and one of Dredd's best known colleagues, as well as the street judges that will make up the rank and file in patrolling the mean streets of Mega City 1. We're going to have a quick look at the box contents, a quick look at the assembled models, and then I'm going to have a look at what the future may hold in collecting this faction. So, first up, let's have a look at Judge Sandra Anderson. She is in the box both mounted and unmounted. And let's have a little read. One of Side Division's greatest stars is Sandra Anderson. She specialises in the fields of telepathy and precognition, where she has few peers. Anderson is far removed from Dredd's idea of what a judge should be. She is an outspoken critic of many aspects of the Justice Department, displays her emotions and has empathy for others. Particularly irritating to Dredd and the Justice Department's rather dour leadership is her flippant, joking demeanour and ability to interact with other judges on an informal level. Despite all that, she is uncompromising and prepared to use both psychic and physical lethal force against any threat to Mega City 1. This aspect of Anderson is respected by Dredd, and they have teamed up on numerous occasions to save Mega City 1 from disaster. Right then, so let's have a look at what we have inside. There's a card there, we'll get rid of that. And just holding it all together so it doesn't rattle in the box. There we are. So, plenty of packaging. Move those to one side for the minute. What's this? Nice little advertisement. Right then, so first of all, let's have a little look at what we get. So, Sandra Anderson on foot is all one model, no assembly required in her. Bit of clean up there. Right, again, this is new resin. I've talked about it before. Yeah, I like it now. It has got better since the initial sets. It's not as bendy. It's very good. I mean, I prefer it to metal. Certainly prefer it to fine cast, and it doesn't have that tackiness that other resins do. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. That's my final. That's why I'm glad I waited a bit longer to get these, because my Dredd Mini was the sort of softer equivalent of this resin. So it looks like they may. Well, I won't speak too soon, but it looks like they may have got it all up to the desired standard. Right, next up we have the Lawmaster. I looked at one of these before. Just needs a little bit of cut to cut those bits off so it sticks together. But yeah, that's a nice model. I was very happy with that last time, and nice to paint. And the handlebars. Not the most interesting bit, but certainly one of the most important. No, so she's got unusual legs, this one has, because she's in a sort of a, I don't know what you call it, a prone position on the bike, or like she's about to leap off. So she comes in 3 parts, which I'll have a look at putting together in a bit. And that's the other hand for the handlebar. I did have a bit of trouble getting Dredd on mine. I had to use a bit of green stuff and move things about a bit. So hopefully we'll see how we get on with this one. Right, and so there she is. Let's move that out of the way, and we'll have a little look at the cards. Right, so the cards we have inside, we've got the side judge Sandra Anderson card, the details on it. Yeah, there you go. So she's a pretty formidable figure before you include her psychic powers. I think one of her biggest attributes is going to be forcing Judge Death to have the respect the law rule. This is the Lawmaster card. I've seen one of them before in the previous unboxing. And it's the same as the other Lawmasters. Right, so here we have the armory card that's come in the set. There's reroll cool tests against psi skills. Use the free action remains in play. That could be quite good. I haven't said anything about so much about side characters for the criminal elements, but yeah. And holding post after a friendly model, a friendly model can cuff up to 3 subdued models within 3 inches as a free action. That's yeah, that's going to be good. Be very useful. The holding post for the big Meg card. Right then, so we've had a look at them. Let's move on to the next box. Right then, so now it's on to the Street Judges. 5 figures in there with the various weaponry. We'll have a look at that in a moment. So to the average Mega City 1 inhabitant, the most obvious symbol of the power and authority of the Justice Department is the Street Judge. These formidable individuals are responsible for the strict enforcement of the law on the dangerous streets of the Big Meg, where they act as judge, jury and executioner. Crimes ranging from littering to first-degree murder fall within their remit, and the punishments of a perpetrator can vary from a stern word of admonition, a crack on the head with a day stick, to imprisonment in an isolation cube, or in the most serious cases, a lawgiver execution round. Becoming a street judge is a lifelong undertaking, and many individuals falter on the arduous path. Some end up on the streets disenchanted and bitter at what might have been, whilst for many street judges, a recycle will be their final destination. Right, so there we have it. We've got 5 different ones in there. What I like about this is they're kind of, no one's in a particular role. They can sort of be taken as any, from what I can see, they can be taken as any kind of type of judge, whether that be a normal judge, street judge, apart from the rookie, because they have different, obviously, shoulder or pauldrons, or whatever you want to call them, shoulder armour. Yeah, I mean, for example, I think this one might make quite a good senior judge for the moment. She looks a bit authoritative with that day stick in hand. And as far as special weapons go, we've got, I believe that's a Widowmaker. That's obviously packs quite a punch at close range, and it's got its specialist rounds. I think it's +3 modifier for the shooting. And here we have the law rod, so that gives you a bit of range. Right, so let's get this open. Spongy packaging. Okay, so bases first of all. Again, not the most exciting, but quite an important one. There you go. I should try to keep this safe actually, because I don't want to lose any little odds and ends. Right, so we'll take these out of the way. I'll have a look at that in just a moment. Who do we have here? Vaz. Thank you very much, Vaz. I should collect some of those names up. Might make good good names for my street judges. Judge Vaz. Actually, I like that. Let's see. Try and match these up a bit. So I know he's the Widowmaker chap. Yep, he. He's quite like him. Quite obviously got the big weapon, and he's also got a bit of a dynamic pose on the box there. Oh, that's got all those steps. That has got no moulded base, so I like to cut those off. So that's going to be good. I'll stick him straight down. Cool. Then we've got the, I believe that, yep, this is the Law Rod Man. It's a man again, yep. Very cool. Here we have, who will be my temporary senior judge, because I was thinking, I like, actually we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah. And you got this guy here, looks like just a guy with a lawgiver. He's got his respirator on, so maybe he's got, I don't know, maybe ready for some gas rounds, or yeah. And here we have this this is going. This is the, I think this is the only female judge so far who is wearing a helmet, because for some reason the other ones don't seem to. Anderson doesn't, the rookie judge doesn't, and neither does this one in here, but this girl's got it on. Right, okay, let's move them out of the way, and we'll have a little look at, I'll assemble them in a moment, and we'll have a little look at the all important cards. Oh, Kyle's done these, so thank you. That you'll be Judge Kyle. Okay, so first up we have the character cards. These are yeah, you go, Veteran. That was the other one. I couldn't remember then. So these are all the same as in the box. They don't have the rookie judge. Again, I suppose you don't have the rookie judge in this one. So, well, there we go. So, yep, judge, street judge, veteran street judge, and senior street judge. So, there you go. Street judge, blimey. Scary looking lady. And there's your judge. So that being the difference is, because you get street ones that are permanently on the streets. However, the judges, as they are in other roles in administration and things like that. But they're called up to the streets when necessary. So for the armory, we have anti-grav shoots. That'd be quite good if you're ever on one of the flyovers. You can sort of do the old Batman jump down into where the crime's happening. So yeah, that ignores damage from falling. And yep, so riot foam. So nominate a point anywhere on the table. All models within 2d6 inches of it suffer a hit by man traps. Okay, so that's yeah, rule 54. The area covered also now counts as a difficult terrain for the rest of the game. Okay, so cool. So oh yeah, just imagine the little terrain making opportunity with that one. Fantastic. Right then, so I am going to get these 5 and Judge Anderson set up and built up, and I'll be back in a moment. Right, so there they are, all set up, and yeah, I'm very pleased with them. So Anderson's, yeah, very good. She fits on the bike perfectly. I mean, maybe it was just me, but as I said, I did have to tinker around with Dredd a little bit to get him to sit comfortably. However, she's just gone on there in her unusual pose. But yep, I'll stick her down as soon as I've painted them. There's always magneting, but I don't really fancy drilling. It's quite a small piece compared to Dredd, so she's going to have to get stuck straight on there. And then we've got the finished unmounted version. Right, and so also over here, well, we've got them. We already had a little look at the box art, but personal favourites. This definitely is the favourite one. I mean, he has got DVD box art written all over him in that stance, so he'll definitely be the hero of the upcoming of any upcoming campaigns. Because yeah, I see this as being maybe when playing, I kind of have these guys as my little staff from the little sector house or whatever you call it, and obviously taking the various roles and things like the characters, the dramatis persona like Dredd and Anderson will kind of turn up, as and when, but yeah, I'll be mainly down to these guys. And also, I do like this model. I'm very happy with that one. Slight complaint is that didn't really fit very well. And when I tried to do it, the day stick snapped in half, so I had to spend all my time gluing that as well. But it's all worked well in the end. Actually, a bit of green stuff on there to fill in the slight awkward mould around the arms. Fantastic. Right then, so I'll be painting that soon. It'll be similar to Dredd, so I might do a video on it. However, I might do a video on the Paint of the Lawmaster, because I didn't include that last time. But if anyone would like to see that, particularly let me know. Okay, so with those ready for the painting table, purchasing wise, what next? At the time of recording, there are 2 other sets available from Warlord for the Justice Department faction. Judge Gearheart is a formidable figure within the Special Justice Squadron. So desperate is he to be the man who brings down Dredd that he even went as far as to protect his quarry from harm, causing injury to himself. The cybernetic augmentations he received as a result of this grant him a bonus to his fight and resilience characteristic. He can also act as an enemy to the Justice Department, where he will make them subject to the Respect the Law special rule. And as if that wasn't enough, that bike just looks awesome. Also available is the Cadet Judge. It offers an alternative sculpt to the one contained within the original box game, as well as a mounted version. I'm not sure it adds anything more from a rules point of view, and I'm not the biggest fan of this version of the Lawmaster, so personally I'm not going to rush out and add this to my collection just yet. In the rulebook there's a section on specialist judges, including a med judge and a tech judge. Warlord have recently unveiled an up-and-coming unnamed psychic department judge. Benefit of this could be granting access to psychic powers at a cheaper cost than taking Judge Anderson. And I love that veiny cranium and the dynamic pose. Right, so a few things to be thinking about there. Right, and so I've given these a bit of sand on the base and a grey undercoat and a black one on the bike. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Please join us again next time on the Dredd channel, where we'll be looking at the criminal elements or baddies. And yeah, until then, if you've enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe. And for regular updates, you can find us on Twitter at SmallWorldGames. Thank you very much and goodbye.